Appreciate you being here. And boy, there. Okay. I want to do a couple of things. Coming up, the mayor believes, we talked about this topic yesterday. The mayor of Nashville believes that he is being given a bad rap for the comments he made about Acme Feed and Seed and how Tom Morales, the owner of Acme Feed and Seed, is going to have to close down because of the abhorrent property tax that has, it's gone up $500,000. We talked about this a lot yesterday. We didn't hear the audio yesterday. We now have the audio. The mayor's office believes that the audio will give more context as to what the mayor said. And they say it's going to make the mayor sound more sympathetic. So we're going to play that coming up. I do want to play this, though, just because news is ricocheting all over the place.
Yeah.
A video is resurfacing. Joan, thank you for sending this to me. And I have posted this to my ex. A video is resurfacing of Donald Trump in 2015 calling out Prince Andrew, who, of course, today has been arrested. And this is, I've not heard this audio yet. So this is Donald Trump, 2015, calling out Prince Andrew and talking about Epstein Island.
You raised the question of Jeffrey Epstein in your remarks about in the Q&A.
Well, I think he's got a problem.
What do you think the problem will be?
I don't know, but that island was really a cesspool. There's no question about it. Just ask Prince Andrew. He'll tell you about it.
Woo-wee.
Wow, that was a Bloomberg politics reporter asking him that question.
And he threw it down.
Scorched earth.
2015. Here it is again, just real quick.
You raised the question of Jeffrey Epstein in your remarks about in the Q&A.
Well, I think he's got a problem.
What do you think the problem will be?
I don't know, but that island was really a cesspool. There's no question about it. Just ask Prince Andrew. He'll tell you about it.
Hey, you know what's so funny about
the question of Jeffrey Epstein?
You know what's so funny about that too? We don't have video right now, but did you notice this too, Joan? He kind of has a sinister smile. The president does when he says, "Just ask Prince Andrew." So,
you know what? When he does this, every once in a while, he'll drop a truth bomb, and it seems loosely connected to a story or accusatory in nature. But then later on, you learn that there's he knew something we all didn't know, and he was right.
Yep. No, you are absolutely right. Okay. Let's talk about the mayor and everything that's been going on. You have that audio ready? Okay, so Sam's going to play a piece of audio. Let me set it up real quick. We talked about, I think probably Murphy Show talked about this too, where the mayor is accused of not necessarily being real sympathetic to Tom Morales, who owns Acme Feed and Seed, where his property taxes have literally gone up $500,000. Now, Fox 17... And Dennis Ferrier, they posted his quote, but they didn't post the audio. So the posted quote was this. Hold on, let me find it. Doggone it. Here it is. The mayor said this. This is the quote. "It's not up to me whether he keeps that business open," Mayor O'Connell said. "The market evolves. New businesses start, even as beloved old businesses close." So that was the posted quote. It was words only. They didn't post the actual audio. So the mayor's office, from what I can gather, Dennis Ferrier, he is being accused, and Fox 17 was accused of essentially taking the mayor's quote, I don't know about out of context, but out of spirit.
Did you see how Fox 17 responded?
No, go ahead.
So he intros the explanation of the clip. So it's all included in this nice little video if you want me to just go from the jump on it.
Go ahead.
"The mayor can say he was misrepresented. I disagree. We characterize the mayor's comments as a person who showed no interest in saving Acme Feed and Seed. We are now going to play his entire unedited statement on the survival of Acme Feed and Seed. Listen carefully. Decide for yourself." Tom Morales, owner of Acme Feed and Seed, one of the most iconic buildings in downtown, is prepared to close his doors. His property tax went from $129,000 to $600,000. And are you willing to let a treasure like that close based on what he says is a punitive tax?
Well, I mean, I think the hard part for all of us in moments like this, and happy to invite the assessor up, because, this is a combination of how these things work. But we've had the comptroller review these valuations, and the comptroller has determined that downtown's valuations are reflecting market value at this point. It's an incredibly valuable piece of property. My understanding is Tom has already entertained some significant offers recognizing that value. So it's not up to me whether he is going to keep that business open. It's up to him as a property owner to determine how to capture the value that's inherent in the property at this point.
Well, they're pass-through costs, right? Because he's renting that building. I mean, he spent $6.5 million renovating with the investors. But it's different than some of these other. I mean, this is a man who saved the Loveless Cafe. This is the man who did dancing in the district. Most of the people here weren't even alive.
I've known Tom for years. Right. It's been a challenge. I know he opened Fifth and Woolworth several years ago, and not all of these businesses, based on the model, based on timing in the market, are possible for survival. I know every landlord has a different approach to this as commercial property owners. Some of them have, triple net leases, and there are a bunch of different ways for this to work out. Again, I think this is a tough one because you look at businesses all along Broadway, all along 2nd Avenue. You look at the volume of transactions that are there and the prices people are willing to pay for property, and it's tough. It's competitive. It's a place where a lot of people want to be, and the market evolves. And we see new businesses starting, even as old businesses, in some cases, beloved old businesses are closing. We want to keep as many people enjoying parts of Nashville. We've seen other nearby businesses, Arnold's, go through it, where they at first thought they were going to sell, reopened. I'm sure Tom's been a creative entrepreneur for a long time, and one single business owner and a bunch of different businesses are going to find a way to thrive in Nashville. I'm confident of that.
I don't know. So to me, it still doesn't sound like sympathetic. It doesn't sound, and by the way, part of Morales, part of his frustration is that he hasn't been able to get a meeting with Mayor O'Connell. I wrote this down. The prices people are willing to pay for properties. It's my contention that there's probably some other business, because it's down there on Lower Broad. So I'm assuming that there's some sort of deal being worked out where another business is able to move in there. Maybe somebody that the mayor has a relationship with. I don't know. But the fact that the mayor won't even take a meeting with Tom Morales, and we talked about this yesterday, so I don't want to, regurgitate too much from yesterday. But there's people that are saying, all right, so who's going to move in there? Because part of the dynamic of Lower Broad and of Nashville, remember, you've got all of these places, and I've been to Acme Feed and Seed, and I've been to Kid Rock's, I've been to Old Red, I've been to Morgan Wallen's. A lot of these places, even though they have the names of country artists on them, those are corporate owned. And so they can, number one, I think some of these places are bigger, and number two, because they are corporate owned, they're able to sort of cushion the blow of the higher taxes more than a guy like Tom Morales. So I don't know. Did you, Sam and Joan, did you believe that audio shows the mayor in a more sympathetic light? I don't. It's just, I think he's sort of matter of fact, where he's not recognizing the problem that local business owners and independent business owners are facing. And it doesn't sound like he cares. It sounds like he's just, well, that's the way it is. You're going to have to deal with it. Business as usual. Yeah, business as usual.
Well, it's just funny when they choose to be free market capitalists when they know they can drain a new business or company for the tax revenue.
Also, he said in there that the new taxes reflect the valuation of the properties in downtown. What they're actually doing, they're not reflecting the valuations. They're setting the valuation.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
This is them jacking up the price of properties so that they can get more tax money.
Yep. I mean, didn't this already happen under John Cooper in the middle of COVID? That they had both commercial and residential property tax spikes, and people were like that put a lot of traditional businesses on edge as it was.
Oh, yeah.
And then they faded out a few years. If they survived the pandemic, they faded out after a few years. And now we're going to see even more of what made Nashville be eroded.
Yeah, and we saw that all across the country where, smaller independent companies were forced to shut down, but Target or Walmart were allowed to be open. So, and there's a lot of folks that are saying on the super text line, yes, it does sound like the mayor sounded less sympathetic, not more. Tim says, sounds like the mayor has had a contentious relationship with Tom Morales. And I surmised yesterday that, I do wonder if, because Acme Feed and Seed, that does represent old Nashville. And I believe that there's a certain part of the city that doesn't like old Nashville. It's too Southern. It's, too country. Maybe it's too traditional. Maybe it's too Christian. Maybe it's too white is what we said. So anyway, what I don't think it helps the mayor's case at all. The other thing about that audio from the mayor, and I believe that Dennis Ferrier is right. I believe that, just to defend Dennis Ferrier, I believe that the way that he posted the quote accurately represented what the mayor said. So putting that aside, I think that the mayor, when he said, well, I believe that Tom Morales has some lucrative offers for the building, well, that tells you that the mayor is not interested in trying to help Tom Morales save Acme Feed and Seed, as has been described, a beloved, very older generation business here in Nashville. They want to bring in, they're going to bring in a corporation, and it's going to have, some country artist name on it. And that'll probably, maybe, if they are able to, build it bigger and better, then it'll perhaps bring in more revenue, because the Acme Feed and Seed is smaller than some of these other places. But that doesn't make it right. So we'll have to see ultimately what happens. But and I'm not dogging on Old Red. I love Old Red, Blake Shelton's, the place with Blake Shelton's name on it. I love Old Red. I've talked about going to Kid Rock's bar. I've talked about going to Kid Rock's restaurant. One of the best times Amy and I have ever had was when we went to Morgan Wallen's place. So I love those places. I'm not dogging on them, but I also love the smaller places like Acme Feed and Seed, where, again, I have been to as well. They have country artists who are not playing covers. They're playing their own music, and the food is good as well. So, I hope Tom Morales is able to find a way to solve this problem, this seemingly insurmountable problem that he has in trying to deal with the property taxes. And it just sounds like the mayor just doesn't care. That was Mayor Freddie O'Connell's I don't give a crap voice. That's what that was to me.
Which he uses most of the time.
I would like Murphy Show has been trying to get Tom Morales on his show, and I don't know if he's been successful or not. I would love to have Tom Morales on as well, but either, I think Murphy's been, really trying to get him on. So Tom, if you're listening, which you're probably not, Murphy Show 3 to 7 has been trying to get you on, and we'd love to have you on Super Talk 99.7 WTN, because I believe that at least most of us are on your side. I don't know about anybody else, but I know that me and Matt are on your side. Yet another song. I don't know what it's supposed to be. This is the Cube of Ice. Is that what this is?
This is the Cube of Ice.
The Cube of Ice. Joan, this is the Cube of Ice. I know that you knew that.
Oh, sure I did, yeah.
Yep, indeed. Why are we playing the Cube of Ice?
Because Chris is back.
Oh.
All right.
I thought it was because we were all still excited about the coffee machines in the break room.
That's right, yeah.
Listen, Wally's Coffee, I cannot say enough good things about it.
It makes for a good day.
And in all honesty, thank you to the company for the Wally's Coffee machine in the break room. All right, moving right along.
I've been doing extra shots of espresso.
Have you really?
Oh, yeah.
Like, seriously?
Yeah.
All right. Do you feel like it's a pick-me-up, or is that why you were sick yesterday?
No, I think it's gonna get me through. I think today's show is gonna be powered by Wally's Coffee.
Oh my gosh, I love that. The Chris Hand Show, powered by Wally's Coffee.
Yep.
I like it.
I like that too.
Feels a little less awkward than saying powered by Wally's Beans. you know?
Yes, that's exactly right. Oh, because it's actually technically it's Wally's
Wally's bean machine.
Wally's bean machine.
That bean machine will get you going.
It absolutely will.
It is an amazing machine. P.S.
Oh, it's awesome.
Yeah. I mean, it's
It has
like-
changed the dynamics of this
Joan,
place.
Joan was worried.
Employee morale's through the roof.
Joan was worried the other day it was going to run out of coffee beans.
I was like, what happens? What happens after we all get addicted and the thing runs out of beans?
That would be a bad thing.
Yeah.
We've all been, actually, in all seriousness, like we've been in a little bit of a better mood. The smallest thing.
People are chipper.
People are chipper. That's exactly right. We've completely forgotten about the other issues in the studio, haven't we, Chris?
Yeah.
You know what? Yesterday, yesterday, as I'm leaving, some of the salespeople were upstairs in our break room
Okay,
at the coffee machine, right?
I'm
You know
gonna-
why?
I'm going to be sending out an email tomorrow.
Tell-
Yeah.
tell them to say no.
Later today.
Yeah.
That's for on-air staff. Thank you.
You know why?
Why?
Because our machine has 2 screens of coffee choices. Theirs only has 1.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, but they've got the better vending machine.
It's true.
Does their break room also have a random column in it? Takes
Yeah,
up
no.
15% of the space in there.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah.
Actually, that's a great point, Sam. All right, let's talk about something people actually care about.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be kind of cool as Donald Trump is giving his first Board of Peace speech that he also announced that we were at this moment bombing Iran?
It would be something.
I mean, wouldn't that be cool?
He's speaking right now.
I know he is.
Yeah.
He's speaking at the first ever Board of Peace meeting.
Yes.
And yeah, if he said, by the way,
By the way,
in closing, we're bombing Iran, it would be pretty funny.
I would love that.
I don't know. Are you giddy about war with Iran?
No,
I'm not either.
no, I'm not. I'm not giddy about it. As a matter of fact, I could give 2 craps about the Ayatollah and all of his loyalists. I do care about the Iranian people, but this is going to be a lot harder than Venezuela.
Yes.
I mean, what they have going on there in Iran, they're embedded. I mean, you've got obviously the Ayatollahs, but then you've got his loyalists. You've got local leaders as well who are all about, the Islamic Republic and all that. So this is not going to be easy.
No.
So I don't want boots on the ground. I know Trump doesn't want boots on the ground either. We'll have to see what happens.
Do you like the idea of a weeks-long bombing campaign?
That's our winter promotion here at WTN. Thank you, President Trump. No, I'm not a big fan of any of it. But you know what? They got to do that to take this guy out. The question is, can they do this without any civilian casualties? That's the big question.
I doubt that would be possible, right?
And it's all about the the Revolutionary Guard. I mean, ultimately, that is going to be who decides who's the next leader. And I don't know if I don't believe we have a plan in place to. It's just not like Venezuela. We don't have a plan in place, or I hope we have a plan in place. I don't know if we do for future leadership. I don't want to be in charge of Iran.
No.
The United States, we want to be in charge of Iran? No, we don't want to be in charge of Iran. So I don't know. What do you think?
I don't know. I'm torn on the whole thing. But I also remember just a few months ago when I was very anti-interventionist. I didn't want boots on the ground, and then Donald Trump presented a third option that we didn't see as a way out. So there's part of me that wants to trust the president. Then there's another part of me that's just thinking this feels like Iraq 2.0.
Yeah, I see it.
Or
But-
quickly could devolve
But
into
you know what
that.
the thing is? We already know because we've hopefully learned our lessons from Iraq, right? So hopefully we've learned our lesson and we're not going to spend, years in Iraq, Afghanistan. We could talk about that as well. Did you hear? All right, so we only did this once. And a couple of people, Joan, have asked me if I have actually, or if we have actually talked about this, which is the inane question that was presented to not Kayleigh McEnany. Who's the other one? The current. Not Kayleigh McEnany.
Caroline Levitt.
Caroline Levitt.
Yeah.
I've had a bad brain day, man. You know what? Did you hear what happened to me earlier today?
No, what happened?
I forgot the combination to my locker. I've been using it for a year and a half.
That is pretty bad.
That is, I use it every day. And I'm 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm standing there looking at my locker. And I'm like, I can't remember what the combination is.
Did Simon and Garfunkel start playing in your head?
I don't know what that means, but
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
and then suddenly 2 hours into the show, I remembered it.
Okay, how many of the numbers had you forgotten?
All of them.
All of them?
I knew. So I said to Sam, I said, it's 30-something, 20-something, 30-something, and the first and the last number are the same.
I tried to tell him he could give Grok that information, and it would list the possible combination abilities to try, but randomly he just remembered out of nowhere.
I did. it was very bizarre. So, yeah, very strange. But then we had a really we had a really good, fire-worthy first segment, and I was firing on all cylinders. And so I know that my brain's not going.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
One of the first signs of your brain going is a bit of denial.
Well, actually, it's the tinnitus first and then the denial.
Oh, is that what it is? The tinnitus is first, then the denial. I start calling coworkers by their wrong names, Jane and Steve.
Yeah.
Did you hear this yesterday? See, I was going to call you Steve.
Oh, you should have. You should have.
Did you hear what happened yesterday?
Where or when does the president believe he's been falsely called racist?
Gee, I don't know. Could have been anybody, right?
Could have. I don't know. Could have been this guy.
This is CNN Tonight. I'm Don Lemon. The president of the United States is racist.
Now, here's the thing. Don Lemon is always wrong, right?
Yeah.
So whenever you look at Don Lemon's reporting, it's always opposite day. So whatever Don Lemon says. But see, I believe that Ed O'Keefe from CBS, I did mention this earlier. I believe that when Ed O'Keefe said this, you've got to kind of like extract words and kind of just parse the words.
Where or when does the president believe he's been falsely called racist?
The key word there is falsely. So what Ed O'Keefe is saying is that Donald Trump is a racist.
Got you.
You see what I'm saying?
Words matter.
Words matter.
Yeah.
Especially to Elizabeth Warren.
He is a thin-skinned racist bully.
He has been racist.
There's never been a president in American history who's been as so openly racist.
A racist in chief.
The president oftentimes resorts to very bigoted, xenophobic, Islamophobic, racist rhetoric.
I'd like to tell Ilhan Omar there's a pair of handcuffs waiting for her at some point. In order of appearance, Elizabeth Warren, Hillary Clinton, Joe Biden, Rashida Tlaib, I think, and Ilhan Omar. The reason I say I think it was Rashida Tlaib is that said person was wearing a mask.
Oh.
So you know it's either Rashida Tlaib or AOC.
It was definitely a Democrat, though.
Definitely a yes. These days, masks equal Democrats by and large. So, yeah, I just...
And
obviously a strange question.
How long did it take you to compile that short list? 5 minutes?
I found the Don Lemon. I talked about this earlier. I found the Don Lemon audio in the first 20 seconds, and then the rest within 2 minutes.
And are you using X as a search platform at this point for these clips?
Yeah, it's real easy.
X has turned into the best search engine,
hasn't it?
bar
Though?
none.
Yes.
Yeah.
It really has.
Yeah.
And
all you got to do is type something in. It's just a little peek behind the scenes. It's made our lives a lot easier.
It really has. It's changed everything. And it's literally the only thing stopping the censorship regime from going full bore.
I worry that Elon Musk is at some point going to sell X. But he is such a free speech advocate.
Why would you sell it at this point? I mean, it's doing pretty good, is it not?
Is X back making money? Why don't you hey Sam, why did you put in Grok, is X making money?
Did you hear that?
And see what it says.
Trump and Rubio and the State Department are creating a portal for people in places like the European Union to bypass censorship. They're using big balls, Edward Corstein.
Yes.
And they're making a Freedom is Coming portal. So you're going to be able to go through this website and then access the internet without censorship if you're in one of these European Union countries.
I love that.
That is awesome.
Yep.
Elon Musk, and you know what? Here's the deal.
Freedom.gov.
I love that Elon and Trump are working together.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
After all that, I mean, what a crazy relationship those two have had.
So
And
it's almost there.
It's almost there. So,
Yeah.
okay, so Sam grokked if X is making money. By the way, do you pay for X?
I do.
I pay for, there's only a few things that I pay for. Some of you people are going to boycott me when I tell you what I pay for. Real quick, though, it's almost there, X making money?
Yeah, revenue showed signs of stabilization and modest growth in 2025 after sharp declines in the post-2022 sale. Estimates put 2025 total revenue at around $2.9 billion, up 10 to 16% from 2024.
Okay.
But that's why he's getting hammered by other countries that are trying to shut it down.
Yeah, I mean, he's the last line of defense when it comes to some of these European nations.
You're
with
right.
free
He is the
speech.
last line of defense.
And
And
they're
it's
getting
horrible.
They're getting a lot of the news from X because you can't get anywhere else.
Yep.
The censorship is crazy.
Yes.
And part of the frustration with the censorship, obviously, is that the people in, for example, like the UK, everybody sees you know what it is? It's
But the thing is, it's just insane because you're like, gee, sure seems like a lot of Pakistani men are raping our daughters.
That's exactly right.
What are you doing?
That's exactly right. This is the government here. And, but you know what it's like? It's almost like when we experienced, number one, COVID, right? And a lot of people were, questioning the lockdowns, questioning the vaccines, and we were, shadow banned or whatever. And so at least the ship was righted in America. But there, it's getting worse. And everybody knows the censorship is going on, but nobody will do anything or can do anything about it, even though, the people of the UK and of Europe are calling it out. They're not able to gain any traction. And it's crazy. It's
100%.
It's insane. Now, will they try to shut it down?
Probably.
Keir Starmer and all those folks?
Why wouldn't they?
Well, they won't. They will. They'll try to shut it down. So you think they'll be, okay, here's a better question. Do you think they'll be successful? And should we bomb them if they do? Because you know what? Iran we're just getting warmed up.
Yeah, let's bomb England. Let's do it, actually. Let's come out in full support of that. Bomb England. No, I think that they'll do it. I don't think that they'll ever be successful because if there's a will, there's a way. And the internet is, like you see with these portals that are being created, freedom.gov, there's going to be ways to get information, whether they like it or not. The genie's out of the bottle. Like, you're not putting that back in the tube.
Yep. There's got to be a way. There's got to be a way. One of my favorite moments from yesterday, did you watch because you were home and sick and in bed, so were you able to watch any of the Black History Month stuff that was going on?
I did not.
You did not?
I caught the clips afterwards.
Did you catch the hug?
No, I did
the
not
hug and the
catch
cheek kiss?
No.
All right. Well,
there was a hug and a cheek kiss?
There was a hug and a cheek kiss. Donald Trump was holding this event, and you had, Black History Month, so you got a lot of black folks, and they're talking about how Donald Trump has helped people, and they had people there that Donald Trump had helped. And I liked this lady. I don't know if I have her name. Maybe you can.
Felicia Cook.
I don't know if this is
Is this the grandma?
Felicia Cook. I think it is.
Okay.
Yes, this is the grandma.
She had lost her grandson.
She had lost her grandson, and she came up and she asked Donald Trump for a hug. They hugged, a little kiss on the cheek.
One thing I like about him, he keeps it real, just like Grandma. I appreciate that because I can trust him because he tells exactly how he feels and what he thinks. Thank God for this president because he allowed his people to come to my house to interview me to talk about the murder of my grandson. It seemed like nobody cared. I marched. I rallied. I pulled out other families in the District of Columbia that had murders and did not have answers. Ooh. We marched and we rallied, and nobody heard me, Democrats.
That's my favorite part.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Nobody heard me, Democrats, in the murder of her grandson. And, remember Washington, D.C., Donald Trump. I've said it 1,000 times now. How many black lives has Donald Trump saved by sending in the National Guard to places like Washington, D.C., to places like Memphis? Do I have time to play one last cut?
Felicia Cook is her name.
Felicia?
Felicia.
Okay, got it.
And then we need National Guard, and which we did years ago. He brought it on. I love him. I don't want to hear nothing you got to say about that racist stuff. And don't be looking at me on the news hating on me because I'm standing up for somebody that deserves to be standing up for. Get off the man's back. Let him do his job. He's doing the right thing. Back up off of him.
I mean, I love that. She was like...
That gives me chills when I hear her talk like that.
Yeah.
That needs to be the slogan for the midterms. Back up off him. Let him do his job.
Oh, my gosh. That is so awesome, actually. All right. Very good. So, Chris, what is coming up in your show after the news at 9?
Well, we'll dive into what's happening in Iran. We'll also talk about what's been happening outside of Iran, specifically Syria. We'll also have detransitioner Chloe Cole in studio today. That's going to be a fantastic conversation. Looking forward to that and more. Plus, Prince Andrew, we'll dive into that as well.